Just what can you say? Proud of our team. We had a couple of unbelievable days of preparation. Our guys are in a great place. We beat as well a coach team with Conzo's team that's playing, like you said, they're top 10 in America, and they're deserving of all the wins that they've had. They've been a great road team. Thought the big key, we out-rebounded them by 15. 21 assists was terrific. We found a different way to win tonight, too. When Ramella was just spectacular Saturday, well, he just fought foul trouble, never really got any kind of rhythm, and we found a way to play. I thought Sammy and KJ were really, really good. Robert gave us great effort, and, Jarkel was really, really good tonight. So we ran good offense, beat a great team. Obviously we feel good and got to turn our attention to South Carolina tomorrow.
Tyler starts off.
Coach, can you give me one word to describe what the locker room was like after the blowout win?
Yeah, I think just happy. It wasn't maybe like a couple other ones. I think that winning is good, that they felt really good about how they played. But it wasn't just, I guess, because of maybe the margin of victory, the jubilation, but they're very proud of their effort. They're very, very proud of how they prepared, and they put some things into the game that we talked about as a staff. So that was good.
Ben, go ahead.
Kermit, you had your concerns, but coming into this season, you really liked your team. Is this, over this last span of 8 days, more of what you thought they were going to look like?
It has been. If we can just make a few threes, and made 8 of them tonight, and we've always, been a team that's tried to guard. We haven't been perfect in that area either at times, but, just where you just keep going and keep scoring, and it was a high-scoring first half. And when we can do that, then our team, we think, can play with anybody. So, we're playing well at the right time, a lot of basketball ahead, but it is, Ben. It's kind of starting to look like the team that we envisioned.
In KJ, everything's been dealing with to come off the bench and replace in place of Ramillo and to play like he did with the energy, and also just big play steals and all kinds of steals. Just a number of different high winning plays. What did you think of him and how he responded to everything?
Yeah, we're all just pulling for KJ. He's got such a great heart. We've known him for a long time, and he's had his 2 best days of practice, so you knew it was coming. I just knew he was going to play well, and he did. I thought he was just well-rounded from rebounding, playmaking, steals, scoring. He just did everything tonight. He guarded his tail off. He switched some 4 ball screens and guarded their perimeter, which they're a hard guard for a guy his size. So he was really good tonight.
Go to Courtney.
Coach, one of your more higher scoring games that we've seen in conference play, but also with the defense that we've kind of gotten used to seeing. Did you feel like this was your most well-balanced game that your team has played in conference play this year, and how do you kind of sustain that going forward?
It was. There's no question about that. When you rebound the ball, how the ball moved, 21 assists, defensively holding a really good offensive team to 59, it was the best we played in all the areas for 40 minutes, no question.
And then how do you kind of keep that going forward, and how do you get your team to recognize tonight as what you want to see from them for the rest of the year?
We'll watch the tape, and we watch a lot of tape, with our guys, and we'll watch it tomorrow at 2:30. And again, like I always said, it's just back to preparation of practice, and that's why I never gave up hope with our team, because they're always a good team to come to the gym with. We just had our struggles in some offensive areas, but just get right back to basics and tomorrow. And I think, too, the last couple of weeks, been a lot more cognizant of mental fatigue, physical fatigue, and how we're handling our guys on the court, the time, the physical things. So we'll have to those things, I think, really, really matter starting in the middle of February.
Thank you.
Adam, go ahead.
Coach, just coming off the end of the first half to the second half, can you talk about that little transitional run that y'all had?
Yeah, we thought that was a critical part. Got up 5, and Jarkel missed it. We thought the first 4 minutes, it is all the time. I know it's coaches' cliches, but especially against Missouri, they've been fast starting. And I thought our team got out in transition. We really guarded well then. We got our hands on balls, got out in transition, made some really good plays in the break. Like I said, just, created offense for others, which was great to see.
Neil, go ahead.
Hey, Kermit, kind of two questions. One big picture, one sort of small picture. I'll start with the small picture. You talked about Romello getting in foul trouble early. How critical were those moments for those minutes for Sammy, the last 7 or 8 minutes of the first half?
Yeah, I mean, Sammy's just, he's really starting to be better, just maturing. And the thing we've got to remember with Sammy, I was just telling Keith, he's with the COVID year, he's really a freshman. He's a guy that can pick and pop. Sammy plays with great length, and so I thought the follow-up dunk, and he made a 15-footer on pick and pop. I thought he really showed his length and presence. It was huge, Neil, and huge for us down the stretch that, we get a guy like Sammy to come around and start playing with confidence. Good for him.
You guys didn't play well in Fayetteville, and you followed that up with a kind of a lackluster effort in Athens. Since then, you guys have played really well. Was there something that you could point back to sort of say this was a turning point?
I don't know. We spent a lot of time with our team individually and in groups after Georgia. And it wasn't so much we went out and, and hammered them physically. We did some toughness things. We went with 3-hour practices, did probably more mental stuff, and with gathering our team. And we still knew, but we practiced good, Neil. But it was just, I think it's just having success. And when you beat a team like Tennessee, and everybody in the country knows how good they are, our players know. It just gave them that confidence, Neil, like, we do belong. We can close these games out. We closed it out against a really tough team. And I think that really, really, from a confidence standpoint, helped us a bunch.
Go to TJ.
Hey, Coach. Was there anything that you did adjustment-wise to kind of slow down some of the playmakers from Missouri? I believe Drew Smith was like 1 of 6 early in the first half, and then Pitts had a couple turnovers.
Yeah, we've guarded them. They know us real well. We know Missouri real well. Those 3 guards are elite. The biggest thing is transition. We didn't give up many buckets in fast break points. I think Missouri got 0. So that's what you watch them play. They are so fast in transition. So the biggest thing is you got to make them run half-court offense. And we did that. And I just thought we stayed in front. I thought our ball screen defense was better. We had some timely switching that was good. And but the biggest thing is just getting back and not let those guys play downhill in the break.
Go back to Ben.
Yeah, Kermit, Devontae talked about his leadership throughout this process, and I was just curious if you've seen a different type of just determination with this group, or just earnestness knowing that it's the end of the season, if they're going to make a push. Do you see a change in them as far as it's got to be now?
Yeah, and I think Devontae's a big part of that. I hear his voice more on the sideline. Like he's not going to be a rah-rah guy. He never will. But you can just tell, boy, his voice with talking to players on the sideline, where he's maybe out, communicating, scouting information on the floor, all those kind of things that mature senior guards do. So that's a big plus for him. He's really helping our team in that area.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.